Hi everybody, it's Lisa at Letting My Heart Take the Lead. So I mentioned yesterday in my flea market haul video that I had some mint and stuff that I was going to clip and harvest. So I just thought I would take it just a few minutes. This is going to be pretty short and just kind of show you the progress and show you the process of just clipping that and harvesting it. To dry, it's good in teas, it's good to flavor dishes with. It's, got a lot of different things. So I just thought I'd show you real quick kind of the process. I've showed you before my herbs, so you can see that since that last video that these have really taken off and grown huge. So I keep them inside here, but I am going to be transplanting them outside because I potted them inside because mint has a bad name. Mint is known for its aggressive growing, and it's best contained in a pot. So I have always been kind of afraid to grow my mint outside because of the aggressive habits that it spreads. But one of my favorite channels to watch on YouTube is Park Rose Permaculture, and she did a video here a while back about not being afraid to plant your mint outdoors, that you can control it. It just won't take over the world. You can pull what you don't want and control it that way. And I thought, you know what, I have 10 acres here. So I'm going to not only harvest some of this mint, but I'm going to clip a little bit of it and put it in some water and root it, and so that I have additional plants. And then I'm going to be transplanting these pots outdoor. I'll probably give them a week or so to kind of, rejuvenate, kind of resettle before I do. But this one that we have right here is peppermint, and it smells wonderful. I mean, all you got to do is rake your hand through it and the scent comes, up. It's wonderful. So what you're doing here is you're just going to clip. You're just going to clip some of these, and I want to show you on a piece, if I can get a piece. Okay, see these little pieces here, right here? You see one here on the stem. This is a bigger stem, it's easier to show. Anywhere that has a place like that, that's going to root. So you can kind of see how come it's so, such an aggressive plant. But for my purposes today, what we're going to do is I'm just going to clip some of this. Sorry, I'm trying to hold the camera and trying to clip both. But I'm just going to clip some strands off here. I'm sorry if I'm bouncing you around and making you seasick while I'm doing it. I apologize. But this can kind of rejuvenate your mint plant too. I think trimming it and giving it a haircut every now and then can kind of bring on new growth. So let's see here. You can see in the pot. See, this was the main root from the plant. But see all the way over here, it's sent up that new new shoot there. So I don't think there's any way that you could ever kill mint unless you just, oh, sorry, my fingers. Unless you just severely, severely neglected it. Which, no water, no, you know, that kind of stuff. But I'm going to get a couple more of these bigger stems here. And that's what I'm going to save to root. Okay, so that's our peppermint. And these are the ones that I'm just going to put in some water and they'll be rooted. In fact, out of these 2 strands that I have here, I could probably cut these in half and root 4 different plants. Okay. So I wanted to show you this. This is, I ordered some elderberry cuttings off of the internet. You know, elderberry is a big medicinal plant. A lot of, you see a lot of homeopathic medicines made out of elderberry. And so anyhow, like I said, with 10 acres, I really want to, I'm on a mission to fill it up with plants. What more can I say? So I ordered these 2, this one here and this one here, rooted really good, and see they've taken off real good and they're ready to set outside, so I need to get that done. But I had some that didn't take, which was a bummer, but you know, they're relatively easy to propagate. So I'm hoping that I will have, I think I have 3 that took, so I'm hoping by next year I can take my own cuttings and root my own cuttings for free. So, you know, who doesn't like free? So, okay, this plant is an orange mint. I love the smell of it. I can't wait to try it in my teas and stuff like that. So, there again, I'm just going to clip some pieces off of it. It's not went to town as much as what the peppermint has. And sorry, you guys wasn't seeing anything except the dirty screen door, huh? To the sunroom. So I'm going to go a little conservative with clipping this simply because it hasn't developed quite like the big old bushy peppermint over here. But I cut 4 or 5 different things off there. So I'll dry a couple for teas, and then I'll try rooting a couple. So here's the peppermint I got laid over here to hang. And what I do is I usually just take a string, some jute twine, any kind of string. I just happen to grab a little strand of fishing line here, and I just tie it up and just hang it. I got some tomatoes out here that still need to be set out. These I planted by seed, and I'm getting ready to set these out. I know that they'll be late, but there's 3 here that's pretty good size, and I know they'll be late, but I think as long as I keep them watered, and I think that they'll do okay. So over here I got some lemon balm. I wasn't convinced that it was going to make it at first. And you can tell it's got a little bit of dead leaves here. I'm going to snip that off. But it has kind of come out of it and kind of bushing out. But look at this. I thought this was so funny. Look, we're growing some kind of little fungi, little mushroom in there. I don't know what that is. So anyway, I'll probably give it just a little bit more time to recover from whatever it was that it was suffering from before I cut any off of it. Now over here, I've got lemon thyme. It's not really produced the way that I wanted it to produce. And then I have another thing of sweet mint here. And it, as you can see, it's just went to town. It's went all the way up the window. So I'm going to be snipping some of it and harvesting it too. So anyway, I just kind of wanted to show you, I'm going to tie up this mint and then I'll show you how I hang it. So I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, so I've come in and I've hung my orange mint, my peppermint. In the middle there, I went ahead and snipped a couple sprigs of rosemary to get it to dry, but I've just got this little peg shelf that I have in my living room, so I just tie it off there for it to dry. It works really good. It's pretty humid out in that sunroom area, and it doesn't dry as quick, and you know, I use that as kind of like a greenhouse almost. All my potting stuff and everything is out there. So I kind of use it as like a little mini greenhouse almost. And as you can tell, you could see my buckets on the floor and everything else whenever I was walking through there. But I don't have a greenhouse out on the property. So right now, that is the best that I can do. But this will start drying, and then in 3 or 4 days it'll be ready to the leaves to be picked off the stem and put into a jar. It'll stay very nice for over a year. And like I said, I use it in cooking. I use it in my teas. I don't use rosemary in my teas, but I do use the mint. But yesterday I had a pork loin going. I went out and snipped some rosemary and laid it across the pork loin and some mint while it was cooking, and it had a really great flavor, so I was really happy with it. But I am going to show you how I am going to root some more plants. Okay, so excuse the dirty window. This looks out into the sun porch where you can see my plants back over in here and here. But anyway, I brought in a couple sprigs. I brought in 2 sprigs of peppermint and 1 sprig of the orange mint. I cut them in 2, so that's going to allow me to have 2 rooted orange mint plants and 4 rooted of the peppermint plant. So I'm excited about that. That's just free plants that I can put outside then. So anyway, that's how I cut my mint and I dry it, and how I do my herbs. There's no, don't let it intimidate you. I mean, it's really easy to do if you're wanting to get started doing some things on your own. Mint is a great place to start because it's so hard to kill. So if you're intimidated by plants, mint is a great one to start. So I am going to cut this short. Like I said, it wasn't going to be very long. I'm going to cut it short because I've got to work tonight, and I've got to catch me a little bit of a power nap before I go in. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Talk to you later. Bye.